Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Plummy and in this video I'm gonna be reacting to Luna's mini album, which I think it's called Hashtag or something, I don't know. And yeah, as I mentioned in my reaction to the title track, I haven't really been a huge fan of Loona. I kind of followed them a little pre-debut. It was interesting that they were debuting like one member each month or something like that it was. So that intrigued me. I also liked Loona Odd Eye Circle's Girl Front, which is pretty much the only Loona song that I actually really like. But for the most part, after they debuted, I haven't really kept up with them. When Butterfly was released, I listened to it and I didn't really like it. Like the chorus, like "Fly like a butterfly, wings, wings," sounded really kind of annoying. Although now it has grown on me and I actually kind of like it. But when I first listened to it, it sounded so annoying, and even the music video felt a bit bland. And one of the reasons, which I know it might be a dumb reason to dislike it, but it felt too international. For me, at least, for my tastes. If you enjoy it, that's completely fine. I'm not saying this is an objective criticism or anything. I'm just sharing my opinion here. It felt a bit international, and I mean, I like K-pop because it's Korean, not because it's international. But if you enjoy the fact that it's very international, that's fine. And yeah, because there were so many groups coming back now, I decided to react to their comeback too. And I actually kind of liked it. I'd say for the most part I liked it. Ultimately I feel like it's a 7.8 out of 10 kind of song. But I'm curious and decided to check out their mini album too. Because maybe, who knows, maybe there's gonna be a song that I like. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Starting with the first song, number 1. In 3, 2, 1. I have no idea what to expect from their music, by the way. I have never really gotten into them, listening to them at all. Ooh, that sounded really good. Okay, this song so far it's kind of interesting. It definitely sounds better and more coherent than the title track, but in the same way it's less interesting than it. I feel like this song has some slight 90s vibe. At least there are some sounds that sound very 90s in the background. Okay, I mildly like it, I can tell you that for sure. And it's definitely much better than what I expected their music to be. Because as I said, I haven't really gotten into their music almost at all. I've listened to one song of theirs, or two technically, and I've loved only one. So I thought their B-sides were pretty much the same. But yeah, I'm gonna get into specifically about this song after the reaction. Okay, that was actually not that bad. As I said, it's better than what I thought it was going to be, because after all, my major impression of Luna was Butterfly, and I think even, I don't know, I'm speculating and from what I've seen, so this is like anecdotal evidence, but I think even some Luna stans didn't really like the song, I don't know. For me, it definitely was very hard to like. I mean, I hated it at first listen, so yeah, that's pretty much should tell you everything. But this one is much more subdued, and I don't want to call it generic because it's not generic, but it's definitely more what I would expect from a K-pop group. Which I said the same thing kind of for the title track. It definitely felt more K-pop than their music so far. So this one definitely does too. But this one is definitely even better than the title track, because the title track is kind of a mess. There's like a lot going on for it, which is not necessarily a criticism, because I also like some songs like that, but it's just the song so far hasn't yet jived with me. It just still doesn't feel like a coherent song, even though I listened to it like 4 or 5 times at this point. While this one instantly feels like much better. So I might give it, because of that, higher score than So What, but still, I don't remember the scores for So What, so I don't know. If it ends up being lower, well, whatever. And yeah, personally, I'm gonna give this song an 8 out of 10, and I explained why. Objectively, I can see it being at most a 9.2 out of 10 even. I mean, depends, I don't really know what Luna fans love, so because of that I can't really judge it properly, but I think objectively it is going to be a 9.2 out of 10, because it is pretty good, it's definitely enjoyable, it's somewhat memorable, so there's also that, and I definitely love the slight 90s vibe of it. That definitely is something memorable about this song. So yeah, I guess let's move on to the next song of this video, that being Ding Ding Dong. And let's see how that one's gonna sound in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I feel like this one is much similar to the style of the title track, but this is just the beginning, so I can't really judge it. It's just the rhythm and the way it sounds so far is more similar to that. I also think I like this one more than the previous #1 song. But we'll see which one's gonna end up being better. Man, I haven't really ever looked at the members, and I gotta say, so many of the members are so beautiful. In my opinion, on first look, Go-won would be the prettiest. She looks a bit like Sua from Dreamcatcher. I definitely like that this song is a bit faster paced. I usually enjoy faster paced songs more. I love the tang 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 part. Honestly, with what the title track was, I'm surprised that more of these songs are not Girl Crush. Like, this sounds very playful. The last one was more chill. And I don't know, R&B I guess you could call it. This is much more like playful. But the title track was kind of very Girl Crush. I'm surprised how Girl Crush was coming from Loona, because Loona's style it's kind of hard to name it something, but if I had to name it something, I would call it like the indie version of K-pop music, essentially. That's what it sounds like to me. But I gotta say, the fact that there's like 12 members in the group is not really helping me like them. Not because I hate groups with a lot of members, but because they don't really stand out from each other that much visually, let alone vocally. But yeah, I don't know whether I like this one more than the last one, because I like the chill vibe of the last one. This one, I like that it's more fast-paced, but I also don't like that it's playful and kind of cute-ish. So, I don't know, it's kind of a tie between the two, because there are things that I like about each of them and things that I don't like about each of them. So yeah, even though the ratings might not reflect that, that's pretty much how I feel about it. Personally, I'm gonna give this one a 7.5 out of 10. It's less than number one, mainly because it's too playful. In my opinion, I don't like that it's really playful. I'm not really a huge fan of playful songs. Although, as you would expect, there are sometimes cases in which I enjoy. Just this case, I don't. Objectively, even objectively, I don't think I would give it that much higher. I would put it like at 7.9 out of 10 objectively. And yeah, I don't think I can add anything to this song. It's fine, I like some things about it, but ultimately I prefer number one. And yeah, let's move on to the next song of this video, that being Oh or Yes I Am. Let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so far weirdly the song sounds a tiny bit like a BTS song for some reason. I don't know why. And I don't mean it in a bad way. It just reminded me of BTS. I guess maybe kind of the structure of the song is what reminds me of BTS. Because instrumental wise, it's not really similar to BTS. So far I'd say this one is the closest to what my impression of Loona is. Okay, this part here sounds really good. I'm kind of disappointed that so far none of these songs has really blown me away. Because I really hope that would happen, because it happened with Jiffen in my last reaction video. So I'm hoping, we still have one more song, and I'm hoping it's gonna happen. Because I'd say in these, like, comebacks, in the songs that I'm reacting to, I'd say all of them are pretty much above average, which is kind of weird because some of these groups I don't even haven't reacted to, so I can't really compare, but I'm surprised by how good so many of these songs are and how much I like them actually. Okay, so so far, none of the songs. I mean, I have reacted to only two. We have one more. Uh, None of the songs have really passed number one as the best so far. And even number one didn't really blow me away that much. I just like the vibe and the feel of it. And this one is not bad. I'd say it's better than Ding Ding Dong because Ding Ding Dong was playful and I didn't like that. So at least in that regard, this one is better. But overall, this song sounds a bit disjointed to me. There are some parts of it that I like as I pointed out, the part which it sounds really good. Uh, that part I really liked, but the rest really didn't do anything for me. And for the most part, these songs kind of felt like the run-of-the-mill Luna song, which you can take it as a bad thing, as a good thing, however you want. For me, it's just average, I guess. It's exactly what I've expected a Luna song to sound like, so I can't say that I'm disappointed. Like it kind of exactly meets my expectations for what I expect them to sound like. And I'd say overall I enjoyed it. Personally, I'm going to give it a 7.9 out of 10 because again, it didn't blow me away, but it is exactly what I expected most of these songs to be like, so there's that. Objectively, I'm gonna put it at an 8.4 out of 10 because even then, again, I don't think it's as good as number one. Uh, and I assume probably most people think like this, I don't know, but yeah, it's just how it feels. So yeah, let's check out the last song of this video, and I'm really hoping that the next song is gonna be really good, or at least the best out of these. But yeah, there's only one way to find out, so let's get into 365 in 3, 2, 1. And personally, so far this song for me is my least favorite out of the bunch, or the most boring in a way, because I don't like slow songs like this. But it's definitely not the worst. Objectively, it's definitely not the worst. It's probably right behind number one. Okay, so yeah, pretty much my opinion hasn't changed. I do think this is right behind number one as the second best song of the mini album, excluding the title track, obviously. But to me at least, it was probably the most boring one to watch, and that's because it's a slow song. I'm watching a lyric video, and I'm not the biggest fan of Loona, so because of all these things, it was really boring for me. But I did kind of like at least what I was hearing. I don't know exactly to explain, but it was at the same time enjoyable to listen to. It's just I was kind of bored because there wasn't much happening in the song, because as I've mentioned before in my videos, I much prefer when there's a bunch of sounds, and I just prefer fast-paced song much more. And this one wasn't it, but still it definitely wasn't bad. Personally, I'm gonna give this song kind of a surprisingly high score, but as I said, even though it kind of bored me, I still somewhat enjoyed it. It definitely feels like a high quality song, so I'm gonna give it personally an 8.6 out of 10. Which I think is less than number one, I don't know. If it is not, I'm sorry, but I just don't really focus on the ratings to be specifically how I say the songs are. Like, just because I say number one is better, I like number one more, doesn't mean that the ratings of that its ratings are gonna be the highest of all of them. So yeah, this one is gonna be personally an 8.6 out of 10. And yeah, pretty much my opinion hasn't changed about this song. It's definitely not the worst. It's probably only behind number one by how good it is, but it definitely is the most boring one out of the four. Because it might be just because I've already reacted to 15 songs so far, so I might just be burned out of reactions, but it just wasn't particularly interesting to listen to because it's slow, and because I'm not the biggest fan of Loona. Because of all these things, I guess wasn't really caring about the song, but it somehow still managed to make me feel like it is pretty good. So because of that, I'll give it a bit of a high score. You might be surprised by how high it is, but I'm gonna give it personally 8.6 out of 10. And even though I said number one is better, I'm sorry if the score of this song ends up being higher than that one. I just don't focus that much on the scores from song to song. It's just how a certain song feels is how I end up rating it. So yeah, this one personally, it's gonna be an 8.6 out of 10. Objectively, pretty much on the same page. I don't think it's much more than that. It's not definitely not a 9 out of 10, but I don't think it's less. But yeah, it was an interesting kind of song. It's definitely different from what I thought Loona releases usually. It's a ballad rather than whatever Oh Yes I Am was, which is what in this album specifically is my impression of Loona's music. But it was interesting, definitely interesting, albeit a bit boring, for me at least. But yeah, if you guys want me to check out some other Loona songs, preferably some more interesting ones, or just K-pop songs in general, make sure to comment them down below, and I'm gonna add them to my list, though I don't promise when and if I'm going to react to it, because who knows, although so far I've reacted to every single request that has been done. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Also check out the listed description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you do enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon or Subscribestar, where you can pledge your support and help keep the channel running. But if you don't want to do it, that's fine. You can still help me out by liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with someone who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!